All right. What is up? I've got something that I didn't even know existed to talk about today. So thank you, A Therapeutic Edge, for loaning me stuff that I've never seen before, never heard of before. It's been out for a little bit. Maybe everybody's laughing, saying, dude, you didn't know about this? That's fine. I'm generally the behind the curve guy when it comes to this sort of stuff. And I'm totally okay with that. I'm okay with that. Whatever. So let's talk about this. This is the Beyond EDC River Wolf. They also go by, I guess, a sister company, the child company, Terra Mundi, I think is what they call it. Hence the TM. This is a flipper frame lock. Like nothing super fancy or exciting. However, was designed by John Demko. Andrew Demko was the main designer of the AD20, the 20.5. John was also involved, but this one, I understand it, was primarily designed by John Demko. Anyway, it's a basic user, like hardcore frame lock folder, like we've seen a million times. And this is kind of cool though, not without an issue. And we'll get to the issue here in a minute, but let's run through the specs real quick. Cause I know some people just want to see the specs and get out. Other people don't care about this. I don't know. I got to figure it out. Trying not to do the same routine and just every time. So I don't know, whatever. We're going to go through the specs. 5 inches, 8 3/4 overall, 3.7 inch blade, a little thick behind the edge at 0.023. It's not thick, but it's not thin either. M390 blade steel, weighs in at 7.1 ounces. So it's not really for the faint of heart, because it is I guess I would consider it a full-size folder. And it runs on ceramic bearings. Okay. Yeah, there's some other details I talk about sometimes, but you get the gist. Let's zoom in. Nice stonewash. I love this type of finish. It's going to really hide the scratches. I mean, you're still going to see like a really big scratch, but it's going to mask a lot of your daily use kind of wear that comes onto a blade. Just tumbled titanium frame lock that is very nicely chamfered around the edge. I love that. Reversible pocket clip, which has just one screw, but then it has these 2 little divots there. So there's 2 pins on either side of the clip, which index it so that the one screw doesn't allow this to rotate. So it's a great design and you have just one fastener. So I like that. Just one body screw and the pivot. So I like that as well. You can see by the screw here, that's going to tell you that there is a lock bar insert. Let's see if we can show that so it's a steel lock bar insert. And this one also, you can see here, just below that screw, that there's an over travel stop. And that over travel means you can't push this any farther that way. Not all knives have that. Here's a Shargnivko Ryu that does not have an over travel stop. You could just bend this all the way open and tweak that, and it would be forever unlocked, and you would be hating life because you'd have to send it back into Edison and hope that he fixes it for you without giving you too much grief. Okay. M390, a little bit of, Maker's Mark stuff there. This is number 19 of 200. This was a limited run. John Demko there. TM2101 is the exact, model number, if you will. Overall, cool knife. One thing and this may just be a personal thing, and A Therapeutic Edge, if you watch this, comment down below your thoughts. Right here, it's kind of got that kicker of the lock bar, that kind of gets it. I would have preferred that to be straight over and not have that little hook, because sometimes as I'm grabbing the knife, depending on how I'm manipulating it, what I'm doing as I put my hand back in, it's not cut me. It's not been uncomfortable per se. It's just something I notice as a little bit of a sharpness that doesn't need to be sharp. I don't know. That's a total tiny nitpick. It is a larger frame size knife. Like, it's a bit tall compared to something like the Spyderco Delica or even the Kubi. You know, so it is going to take up more real estate in your pocket. I don't have a problem with that. Obviously, I've carried some really big knives. Case in point, the double homicide from Jeff Vandermeulen. I'm not going to lie to you and say I carry this a lot, but I do carry it. I'm not going to lie. I have carried this. Okay. And it is a big knife. So I don't have a problem carrying big stuff that takes up my whole pocket. I'm okay with that. So this doesn't really bother me at all. I have evolved, I think, into kind of thinner profile knives in this direction. But I do carry that VC Edge quite a bit. I do carry this particular Hellraiser a lot. And I do carry this Shark Nivco quite a bit. Just the closest thing I have in my collection to this Demko is just the very plain, plain Jane titanium frame lock flipper. I love this blade shape. I mean, I love the Tonto blades, but I do love this blade shape. You can choke up comfortably. This is a rock solid knife. I think it's very cool. Outside of that one little thing. And the flipper tab is maybe not, for my fingers, the most comfortable. Sometimes it's not sharp or anything. I don't know what I would do, but it's not the most comfortable as a fidgeter type of thing. But other than that, I don't know. It's a great knife. So if you have not checked out Therapeutic Edge, go check him out. I would appreciate it. And there you go. I'm just going to leave it at that. Have a great day.